What's up, guys? I'm here with another video review, and I'm sorry I didn't get this out yesterday. I was extremely tired. I was watching Friends all day. Getting ready for my season 1 review, in preparation for it. I reviewed it on my Instagram page if you want to go check that out. I will have a link to it down in the description below, not the post, but the page. It is my latest post, because I haven't posted anything since. And I was just watching the second season in preparation for that review. I've also been watching Arrow Season 1 over again for that review coming next week after Season 1 review of Friends. By the way, I will now have a weekly schedule posted in every single video. So in case you're wondering what video comes out on what day, you can check that out in the description. So, let's get to the actual video that we're doing. Today we are reviewing Hunger Games: Catching Fire. Now, I am super sorry I couldn't get this out on Friday. I do, if I remember correctly, this is my random video day. So yeah. And I feel so bad about missing this day because I had an entire schedule planned out. I was getting ready to do it, and then I was just like, shit. When the day finally dropped, because I was just too tired to do anything, so. What I can say, though, is that this is one of my favorite book to movie adaptations. It's very good. Definitely not my favorite, but it is one of the best, in my opinion. Probably below The Shining, for me. Maybe some other films like Psycho. That was a movie adaptation. Granted, it was serial killer to movie. I mean, serial killer to book to movie. So there's a fun fact. I think Silence of the Lambs too. So this is probably number 4. Because I love Shining, love Silence of the Lambs. Oh, and A Clockwork Orange. That was also a book to movie adaptation. So probably number 5 for me, personally. Where to begin with this? It's directed by Francis Lawrence and not Gary Ross, so it looks a lot more stylized. I really do enjoy that aspect, because the first one looked so bland and dull. I can't, it's very unwatchable for me. And the last time I tried to watch it, I was like, fucking shoot me in the head with a bullet, please. But this movie isn't that for me. This is completely different. So yeah. The thing about this film, other than the difference in stylization, are the performances. Performances seem a lot more upbeat, even though this is a darker film than the first. In terms of tonal consistency, it doesn't hold up with the first one. So, the rest of the series, like, from Catching Fire onward, has a complete tonal consistency. But if you watch from the beginning, like, the tones just don't mesh well with the rest of the series. So, really, personally, I prefer to go straight into Catching Fire and skip the first one. As I have stated previously, the books, upon second reading, are boring as shit. And that is an unfortunate thing. I really wish that wasn't the case with Catching Fire, but the book at least is more entertaining than the first, at least, I guess. But the films get progressively better throughout the series' run. What else? The actual games. The games are a lot more special this time around. It's almost like a clock. I love that arena. It is my favorite arena. Granted, there's only 2 to choose from, of which we know of. So, choosing that one over the original is very much easier. One thing that I do appreciate about this movie is its boldness to not stick with the same director, because originally, since the first one made so much money, it was just like, I want more money for the second one, and they're just like, fuck off. And they hired Francis Lawrence, who shares no relation to Jennifer Lawrence. So yeah, and he ended up making a great movie, one of the best of 2013. And then he went on to make the rest of the series. In my opinion, of the ones that he's directed, Mockingjay Part 2 is the weakest, but it is definitely not the worst. The worst is definitely the first film, which is an unfortunate thing, because in most things, like most trilogies, the first isn't necessarily always considered the worst. I mean, I was talking about The Purge, in which case that's 100% true. But yeah, like, the third is, in my opinion, the third is my favorite. I really enjoyed, Mockingjay Part 1. So you'll hear more about that next month, or maybe 2 weeks from now, I don't know. But in the meantime, what you have for Catching Fire, the movies, in terms, Catching Fire gets an A. I really enjoyed this movie. The only thing that I can only say I dislike is really the underutilization of, oh my god, what's his name? Oh my god, he plays the game maker, I just can't remember. Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman. The underutilization of him, really the underutilization of the guy who plays Cinna, the underutilization of Elizabeth Banks in this film, Woody Harrelson, and of course Donald Sutherland. Everybody else gets at least an ample enough amount of screen time. In my opinion, Cinna is probably the weakest character in this one, because of the fact that he was barely in it. But then again, he was in a lot more of the first film. So I think, like, in terms of, like, comparing him to the first, he has about the same amount of screen time as Portia, from the first film. So, yeah. That's all I have for, Hunger Games Catching Fire. This is the second installment. No, the third installment, because I reviewed the book for Hunger Games, too. This is the third installment in my series of Hunger Games reviews leading up to nothing. So, or at least leading up to a Red Sparrow review or a book review. I don't know. I haven't seen Red Sparrow. I have the book, right here. Hold up. I have the book right here. I just haven't, finished. I just haven't read it yet. I've had it since March, and I started on page 1 back in March. I never finished it. Ready Player One. That's my favorite book to movie adaptation. So, until next time, guys, check out the description for all the links to things that you can find, my terms and conditions for my comments, and my live chat. Oh, shit. That's the first time that's ever happened. Oh, shit. I know what that means. So yeah, check out that description, and if you like this video and want to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to Domination. I might not be able to live stream more often than I used to be, so, I'm going to be live streaming on Instagram, where it's more mobile, and I can do it on a much, more, I can do it more frequently on Instagram, is what I'm trying to say. So, you can find links to my Twitter and Instagram and the description box down below. And until next time, guys, see y'all next time. Tomorrow, since I have to put that video up now, is going to be A Nightmare on Elm Street, in preparation of nothing. Really. Oh, in preparation of the Halloween series. That's what I was thinking about, because I was just like, well, should I review Halloween, or should I review other horror films in preparation to review Halloween on Halloween? So that's what I'm going to do for the next few weeks. So for the next, every week from Sunday, every Sunday is going to be another Nightmare on Elm Street review. Maybe I'll do, and that random video slot will maybe be different movies that I recently have seen, or films that I also like that aren't horror related. So yeah, stay tuned for my Tuesday video, which will be my Season 1 review of Friends, and then on Wednesday, the second episode of the Domination Podcast, on SoundCloud only, exclusively. So, there is not a link to that in the description. I forgot to do that earlier. Where I'm doing a 2006 Black Christmas remake, movie commentary. So, By the way, the first episode isn't really an episode, it's more of a mini-sode, so yeah. That doesn't matter. Okay, so, everybody, I'm sorry for how long this video is. I'm not trying to stall. I really am not. I don't make money off this shit. I just do it for fun. All the shit you see here on my shelves and shit, that's all paid for from me. I don't even have a job. My parents give me money to buy this shit, and I buy it because I want to. Anyway, guys, peace out. Till all are one, be good people.